The first part is Brainstorm using Tuxedo or Word Cloud, Wordle. And the first thing you're going to have your students do is go to a Word doc. The purpose of this lesson is for students to develop their own rubric, to take ownership of their assessment of their own writing. So oftentimes when we hand them a rubric and say, hey, this is how you're going to be assessed, they're not really processing the words on that rubric, and it doesn't mean anything to them. So we want this process to be meaningful for them, and this is a great way to do it. So here's a list that I put into Word earlier. We want them to make their list in Word, and we'll guide them through this list. They can do it in groups. You can do it as a class. But we do want the words to be their words. And being that it's just the beginning of the school year, the rubric will be pretty basic. We can change it as we go throughout the year and learn more skills. But right now, this is a list that I put into Word earlier. I use some hyphens, and that's just going to keep the words together when we copy and paste this into our Tuxedo or our Wordle. So that's a little trick that I use to keep the words together. There may be other tricks if you know of, please share. So once we have that, we're going to Here we go. We're going to copy. I don't know why it's not picking up my P. Let's try it this way. We're going to copy, and let's try Tuxedo first. Go to Start Now, and it's just tuxedo.com. And once the page opens, you will see a Tuxedo. That's just their template, and it has Mother Earth words already in there. You'll click on Load. Now, on a side note, this is a line. You can put any web page in there, and it will pull words from the web page, so that's something you may want to use for the future. But for this lesson, we will click in the Enter Text box, and we cannot right-click and paste, so we'll do Control-V to paste. And there's all my words from the Word doc. And then we'll click Submit. And there's a little bit of a wait time. You can see the green bar coming in through here. And X off of the box. And once that is done, our word list will populate into the Tuxedo. When you hover over, it's kind of fun for the kids to play with that. Now, they can respin for the color, the theme, the font, orientation. Some take longer than others. You can see the green bar has to have a little bit of wait time for that one to change. There we go. And the layout also takes a little bit of time. And then this respin will just randomly respin all of these. Probably one of the most fun features of Tuxedo is the shape. So the students can click on there, and there's all of these different shapes that they can choose from. One that I thought was appropriate for this activity was the key. A key to great writing compositions, great personal narratives. Click on there, and you can see the green bar going. I'm going to X off that. And there we go. So we have personal narratives, realistic. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm seeing that my words did not stay together. So there are some options here. I had this saved before in the first one that I did when I was playing with it. And I can see that it did not save layout options. Let's see if this works. Okay, so for the word layout options, you can come in here and just look through these. Remove common words. No, I don't want to remove common words. Combine related words. No, I don't want to combine related words. Combine identical words. No, I don't want to combine identical words. And so let's go ahead and accept that and see how that goes. Oh, here we go. Punctuations. I'm definitely going to want to say yes to punctuations because that's where my hyphen problem was, I believe. So I'm going to say yes to my hyphens and accept. And let's see if that fixed that problem. So there we go. Yep, that was the problem. You want to allow punctuation when you do those hyphens to keep your words together. So now it'll say personal experiences together, realistic ideas. And like I said, if there is another way that you figure out how to keep your words together, please do share. I haven't been able to figure that out. Universal truth, adjectives to describe, right from the heart, personal experience, and so on. So there's Tuxedo. Wordle is another fun site, and this will create a word cloud. We can again paste our list from Word into Wordle. That will allow us to right-click paste, and then we click go. Wordle is going to create a word cloud. It does not have shapes like Tuxedo, and you do need to have Java downloaded on your computer in order for Wordle to work properly. It might pop this screen up that says it's limited access. Just say run. It'll work just fine. And this, what I like about Wordle is that there's so many different fonts and colors that the kids can play with. So you can just click on different ones and experiment with that. There's a ton of different layouts as well. Different. Let's try horizontal. And you can have great choice in colors. I like that one. If you're printing, of course, you may tell them not to use the black in the background. You'll probably want to print these for them, so you may want to have them do it in groups so you don't have to print 20 plus of them. But this is, like I said, just the first of 3 steps in them developing their rubric. This is to get their brains wrapped around the idea that there are good things that go into a personal narrative, that they will be self-assessing their compositions, and again, for them to be able to take ownership by brainstorming in this step. And then later, I'll make another video to show you how they take these words and put their criteria into a format that they can then later put into a rubric. So hopefully they will have fun with this, and let's keep our fingers crossed that it works.